the second automations that I like to suggest, it's when, let's see if I have a follow-up date. I do have a follow-up date. Okay. So the follow-up date is a date field that I like to add to any record. And that's the date that me as the lead owner is supposed to follow up with this person. Now, the follow-up date in my system will have an automation, and the automation will kick in on the day that the lead is created. And then every time that I will work on this lead, the follow-up date is being pushed forward. So all the time, I know when to contact this lead. So now I like to have some kind of automation that will alert me 3 days after the follow-up is expired. So if I have a lead and I forgot about it, I will get a notification using Click that will say, Lior, you just forgot about Joe 12 is already 3 days in the system with no activity. And that's very, very important. So let's go back to the workflow rules, create a new rule, and we are going to go to the leads. Alert lead owner on no lead activity. You need to be a bit creative with the naming here because you are limited in space. So sometimes it doesn't come up right, but it is what it is. So before we worked on the record action, and that was the create and edit. Right now we are working on the date time, because the field that we are going to apply the automation on will be a date field. So I'm going here to the date time. I am going to select here the follow-up date, which is this field. And I will have it 3 days after the follow-up date. So if the follow-up date, as an example, was on the 25th, the reason, by the way, that it's updating it to today or the 30th is just because I have an automation that is doing it. Okay, so just imagine that this is the 25th. So if it's the 25th, I like to have an automation that takes place 3 days after the follow-up date, which is the 25th. And let's say that I want this automation to take place first thing in the morning. Most people start the day at 9 a.m. and that will be the automation. It will be once, not recurring. If you will have recurring, for example, every month or every year, that will take place every month 30 days after, and the 1 year is 1 year after. So it's not really working based on the year. The month will work on October, November, December, and the year will go 21, 22, 23, and so on. So let's go to next. Now, I don't want to have any kind of criteria. Actually, you know what? I want to have a criteria. If the lead status is not junk lead and is also not lost lead, and also if it's not qualified. So basically, if the lead status is anything except junk, lost, or not qualified, I like to get this notification. And the last thing, I need to have some kind of notification. I really like Click, so we'll go with Click. I'm clicking on the number sign to load the variables. And I will have here the first name. 1 second. Something is stuck. Let's try again. Okay, so first name, and then the last name was not contacted in 3 days. And that will come to me. Okay, so this is really the automation. I cannot test it because my follow-up date, every time that I am working on the file, it's actually updating the follow-up date, so I cannot show you how it works, but believe me, it works. So every time that the follow-up date is basically 3 days after, and the lead status is not junk, lost, or not qualified, a click notification will be sent to the lead owner. Okay? Thank you very much for watching this session. I'm promoting now my Zoho CRM course. I am giving 50% off to my existing customers that tagged me as a partner. And of course, I'm also giving 50% off to new customers that tagging me as their partner. Okay? So thank you very much for watching this session. I will see you in the next one.